ones. Settle yourselves. Bathe in the Creator's light. There are many assisting. And so allow whatever that may have been, we shall say, shaking you up, annoying you, whatever, go down that grounding cord as this medium was while she was listening to the music. And so as many gather who are not even here physically in the room, for many are in spirit listening to these words, for they are also receiving healing, just as you are in the body. For just because you don't have a body in the spirit realm doesn't mean you don't need help, that you're not learning. In fact, everything goes a little slower, as this medium was once told by spirit. When you're in these forms, that is why you have your linear time. But once you return, we shall say, to the spirit realm, then you continue to learn, for your learning never ends. You simply continue to grow and evolve. And so understand that this is a part of being a soul, a spirit, a being of light. And allow yourselves this unfoldment that is occurring in your own lives at this time. For each of you are undergoing, we shall say, a transformation, a shift in consciousness and enlightenment, an expansion of awareness, all individually unique to you. And it is fun for you to come and share your experiences as you do and were discussing earlier. And that is good, for it shows a supportive camaraderie, and that everyone who is going through something can have, as you say, an ear to assist them when they're trying to sort things out. Not that things are upsetting to them, but it's usually, you could say, maybe confusing or just a different perspective they're not used to, and they're trying to grasp it. And so some of you have already grasped some of the concepts that others are just beginning to deal with. So be there for each other. That is what we wish to say. And you are, so that is good. And so we shall proceed. Allow yourselves to bathe in the golden energy, the golden light of your Creator, streaming down over you like a gentle shower, going to every cell, electron, molecule of your being, your body, and beyond. Find every nook and cranny, as you may call it. Just like the cracks in your roads, the water runs in, it still seeps down under the cracks. That is what we want you to find, those cracks, and let that gold light in, so that it goes and penetrates every aspect of you, seeing yourself completely filled with this beautiful golden ray, balancing, aligning, connecting to the wisdom of your Creator. Allowing yourselves visualize your crown as though it is a lotus flower, blossoming, opening all its petals, expanding at the top of your head, stretching as though you all have seen a rose opening with all the petals, in a similar manner with the lotus, but the lotus has a bigger, we shall say, depth and breadth of expansion with this image. And so allow and intend your crown chakra to be this expansive lotus flower, opening and intending to receive as much of these vibrations from your Creator that you are ready to receive, not only quantity but frequency. For each of you are ready and capable of, we shall say, carrying the highest frequency unique to whatever your physical form is able to carry at this time. It is unique for each. And so just intend that you receive the highest vibration that you are able to carry within your body at this time, and allow it to bathe over you. And in that crown you may feel a slight pressure. If you do, intend and visualize that flower expanding even further so that it gently receives. It's not trying to cram it through a small, narrow opening. It is a large opening from that flower. And that way it funnels down more gently into your crown and your energy body. And allow those vibrations to go down into your lower chakras and gently go out through your feet, through your earth star. As you have a soul star above your head, you also have, which connects you to your source, you have an earth star below your feet, which connects you to your beautiful Earth Mother. These are outside of your 7 main chakras that many are familiar with. And so allow this energy to flow from the soul star as though it's being poured from the soul star, coming through at the higher levels, down into the crown, through the other chakras, gently going through your body, out your feet, and then about 6 inches or so below your feet is another chakra for your earth star. And then from there, go down to your Mother Earth and allow her to send up a gentle green ray of healing. And allow it to come up through the earth star, through your feet, through your legs, your lower chakras, and gently go up through your crown and envelop your entire being up through your soul star like a fountain of water, spurts out the top and falls down the sides. So you have this gold flow and green flow going in the 2 directions. And allow these energies to flow as those here, as you say, part of the team, are tending to you as anything that may surface within your consciousness while the energies are flowing. Allow it to just release down that grounding cord. It could be a discussion you had with someone recently, an event, an experience, anything that may have, we'll say, rocked your boat, shifted you in out of alignment so that you felt any sense of bad. What made your vibration go out of alignment. So allow these energies to loosen things up, and as things bubble to the surface, they are released out the grounding cord gently to be recycled by your Earth Mother for positive healing wherever it is needed. Feel the soles of your feet connecting to your Earth Mother. You may feel the vibration as your feet are flat on the floor. The energies can also be released and come in through the soles of your feet. So you may be feeling a flow through your legs and down your feet. And allow it. Allow the energy to flow up. And now allow yourselves to be bathed in the silver ray of compassion, merging in your heart center with the gold and the green. See yourselves completely bathed in this compassionate ray. And we shall now add the pink for unconditional love. to fill you with this pink. For as the voids need to be filled, let us fill them with love. Whatever, wherever, and anywhere there was things that were released in your energy field or in your body. And just allow these vibrations to flow through you as your team continues to assist. And envision your heart space, a kaleidoscope of these four colors, the gold, the green, the silver, and the pink, swirling and dancing in the center of your being. And allow this light to grow like a candle flame in the center of your heart. And just as a candle flame, as you feed it oxygen, it gently grows larger and larger. Allow and visualize this ball of light in your heart space to expand and grow until you are completely enveloped in this swirl of energies like a giant fourfold flame. The gold, the green, the silver, and the pink. Envision yourself completely standing in this flame. And feel your physical body and how it integrates and, we shall say, responds to the vibrations in which you stand. Continue to breathe. And as you exhale, intend anything to go down that grounding cord that does not serve your highest good. Allow these energies to pulse and radiate, for you are a divine flame of wisdom, healing, compassion, and love. See yourselves as this radiant flame of light. And now imagine that flame. You all can imagine a lighthouse, yes? Yes? They have a flame in the lighthouse that gets lit. Put yourself, you can envision whatever sort of lighthouse you wish. Your flame, you become that light. And you light the beacon for your lighthouse to shine in all directions of space and time. This is how powerful you are. You are light. By simply imagining this flame that is enclosed in, this medium is saying glass windows or mirrors or such. She does not know the exact technology of the lighthouse, but the lighthouse magnifies the fire and sends the light in all directions. Usually it turns, but for you, with this case, you go in all directions at once. Your vibration goes in all directions of space and time instantly, without losing any intensity, without losing any cohesiveness of vibration, as long as you stay in this aligned state. And so, when we have been speaking about you being a beacon and using your light, being the light that you are, and using that light to, we shall say, light the way for others, as though you are a lighthouse. We have used this analogy many times. This is what we are referring to. You hold the light, and others are able to see. Just by being the light that you are. Like a lighthouse allows the ships to see when they are in danger, or allows the ships and the people perhaps to see when a storm is coming, that sort of thing. You are the light that allows others to see what they have been blind to see in the past. So as you hold your light and your vibration in the days and the weeks and the months to come, people may be drawn to you. It is because you are that light. They're drawn to the light. You could say as though moths to a flame, but it is more like the ships being guided by the light, out of harm's way, brightening the sky, brightening the environment, shining the light on the darkness that exists. And just as we have used the analogy when you turn on a light in a dark room, or you use a dimmer switch, or even if you lit a match in a pitch black room, that light is not only in the location of that match, it goes throughout the whole room. For light exists even in darkness. There are, as you know, we shall say, frequencies of light that you cannot see with your human eyes. Animals can see other frequencies that the human eye generally does not. That does not mean the light is not there. It just means you have not the capacity to see it with your physical form. So light always exists. Even when you think there is darkness, it is an illusion. And so as you hold your light, the darkness can no longer be in the cracks. It is exposed. And instead of someone walking into a dark room, they walk into a lit enough room where they can actually see what's in front of them. They don't trip over anything. They don't fall. They don't have any, we shall say, trouble understanding where they are for these analogies. When you walk into a dark room, generally you would trip over things, yes? Makes sense so far? Good. This medium's wondering, where are we going with this? And so, there is much light on your world at this time, and we ask you to focus on your light. Hold your light. Do not allow others to sway you into the darkness. For as you hold your light, they will shake off the cobwebs that are holding them down, and they will start to awaken and raise their vibration and raise their awareness and be open to carrying more light, just as you received with the simple transmission through that lotus flower visual that we began with. Each being on your world has free will to accept or reject the frequencies of light that are bathing your world at this time. Those that, and we shall say, some are consciously, but is usually a higher self-choice or a soul-level decision when they decided to incarnate. For those that cannot and do not want to deal with the frequencies in which you are, we shall say, beginning to enter in your universe, on your world, they will leave, as you have seen. They will not want to be in the physical form. So we ask you to just understand this. For those that are ready, willing, and have chosen to go through this enlightenment shift of light vibration in which you are presently in transition on your world, they will gently in their own time, integrate the frequencies of light. But in the meantime, those who can hold this light as the beacons that you are, as the lighthouse, you are helping to hold the vibration for those around you who are starting to step in and accept more of the light consciously. And so you are helping just by being who you are. But in order to make this really simple, the better you feel, you will be carrying more light. If you think about it as, with that flame analogy, when you watch a fire, some of the flames seem to dance, don't they? They may get brighter. They may change color as the heat intensifies. It may even go to like a blue instead of a reddish orange. As the vibration, in this case, as the heat intensifies with a flame, they grow, their light expands. And it is the same analogy with each of you who are listening and who are present here, listening to these words. As you intensify and raise your vibration, we shall say, instead of intensify, we will say raise the vibration with which your body can carry. And by that, yes, it is feel as good as you can, dance, sing, laugh as often as you can. Do whatever you need to do to feel as good as you can from one moment to the next. And you will, because you are human and have experiences, you will go up and down the little roller coaster. But the primary goal here is to feel as good as you can and feel a little better. No one can be in bliss, as you say, 24/7. It is very difficult because things happen. You are emotional beings. You have experiences, and they affect how you feel emotionally and physically at times. And so we are simply saying, pay attention, as we have said many times, to feel as good as you can from one moment to the next. And if you think of the flame as yourself as this flame, when you feel not so good, your flame starts to go out. So all of you have seen fires in a fireplace. When the fire starts to go out, the temperature goes down. And it doesn't feel so nice and warm and cozy, does it? You want to put another log on the fire before it gets to that point to keep the flame going, to heat the room, to heat yourself, to be nice and warm and cozy. And so that same analogy can be applied here. Putting that extra log on the fire, you have to choose. You have to be aware that, it's getting a little cold, or the flames are starting to go out and I don't want them to go out, so I need to do something. It is the same analogy when you choose to change your thoughts or your focus on whatever it is you're thinking at the moment. If you start going into a lower vibration, that is like the flame going out or starting to dissipate. And then when you go, oh no, I don't want the fire to go out. I want to feel nice and warm. I'm not done yet. I want to feel good. Then you choose different thoughts that make you feel better. Because once you put that flame on the fire and you tend to it, you nurse it back to its intensity and its warmth, it is like choosing to focus on thoughts that make you feel good. And appreciation, gratitude, thoughts are very easy for this process. And that is why other speakers have mentioned going to sleep and waking up in the morning, focusing on appreciation and gratitude for the things that you have in your life and the things that are coming, that you can feel the excitement of the manifestations, not knowing when or how, but it doesn't matter because you just know you can feel it and you're excited. So does this analogy make sense with the flame and the thoughts? Yes? Good. What we have done as we have been asked this night. Our blessings to you, another shall speak. And so, you got another example this night, another analogy. We are filled with examples for you. And this medium was sort of giggling with us because she was sensing our sense of humor, how she's amazed at how we always come up with a new way of looking at things. To get the point across, to get the lesson, the teaching, the instruction, to help it sink in, the visual, the sensations. You see how this process, when you are here, or when you are, for those listening later or tuning in distantly, we are not just using one of your senses, we are using all of them. The visualization, the feeling, the imagination. For your imagination is how you create. You all were able to imagine a flame in a fireplace, yes? And yet we hear so many times, I can't visualize, I'm not good at visualizing, but you just did. And it was simple, because you've all seen a fire in a fireplace. So for those that have, we shall say, blocks around saying that they can see or visualize, we want to say it may be something that you're struggling to visualize, something that is completely out of your imagination, we shall say, out of what you think of your capacity to imagine, because you have never seen anything like it before. Even if we said imagine a unicorn, all of you could imagine one right now. Yet, it does not exist on your world. Yet, the concept does, and so you could all get a picture of a unicorn in your minds, right? It's funny. But some people say, well, I can't visualize. I don't have an imagination. You all have an imagination. The children come in with a wide, open, expansive imagination capacity to create. And somewhere along the way, with the way you are all programmed, your imagination, the majority of you, have it beaten out of you. You're taught to not stare off and have daydreams while you're sitting in classrooms. You should be paying attention to the teacher. Yet, you were creating with your thoughts. That is how you create. And so you wonder why you've had trouble creating in your lives. It's because your capacity for imagination and creative visualization was beaten out of you. You were told not to do it when you were younger. Because that is what the people that taught you were taught. And now, as you have undone most of, or at least some of these old programs, you have identified them, and many of you are continuing to identify and release the limiting belief patterns that you have identified with throughout your lives. As you continue to release these, your ability and your capacity for creative visualization and imagination will go through the roof. And then, as you imagine whatever it is that you wish to create and have manifested in your lives, and when you imagine it, and we will do this in the exercise briefly, we're simply explaining the concepts for those who are new to these topics. When you imagine something and you see yourself in the picture as though, okay, the simple example that we've used many times for those that understand Christmas and celebrate Christmas, you can use a birthday if you don't celebrate Christmas or some other holiday, but if you know it's Christmas Eve and there are Christmas under the tree, you know you're opening Christmas presents the next morning. it's not a guessing game. You know it's going to happen. Yes, it's happened many, many times in your lives, and so you know you're getting presents, whether it's a birthday or whatever. But Christmas is a very easy one for most people to celebrate, or whatever other holiday around that time. So you can imagine that. You can imagine a Christmas tree. You could imagine, we'll just use that analogy since that is what's in the medium's head and what most people, even if you are not celebrating that holiday, you've seen it on your televisions and movies, and so you've seen it enough times, you can imagine. So if you can imagine a tree decorated however you wish, with presents wrapped under it, and then visualize yourself so excited, like a child. And for those that have had children, you know what they are like. They can't wait to get up the next morning and go to their presents and start opening presents, right? They're the first ones up. That is the excitement that we are asking you to have and feel when you visualize whatever it is you wish to create. Because the more excitement you have in creating that visual, the more detailed, the more real it will feel to you, so that you're not wishful thinking, because you're imagining it into reality. I must say that again. Imagination into reality. And you wonder why you were taught to stop daydreaming and imagining. And you wonder why you don't know how to consciously create the life that you wish for yourselves. Because you were taught how to shut it all off. And so unconsciously, the masses on this world have been creating whatever they were taught to focus on from what, we'll say, the media, the movies, everything except whatever they can imagine. And if you all could just, we will do it now. You are already feet on the floor and eyes closed. So imagine right now one thing that you would love. Love, love, love. Get excited. Oh my gosh. One of you brought a photo with passion on it. Yes. What would light your fire and give you passion? To have excitement, adventure, whatever the words are for you, but what would light your fire? Get back to that image. And expand your flame within you. When you think about it now. See it. If it was a car, imagine yourself driving that car right now. Feel the, perhaps, leather seats. This medium's having a visual, and she's not sure why, because she's not a convertible person, but this is what the visual is. So maybe someone here likes convertibles. But she's seeing herself in a convertible. Some sort of antique car. She's not a car person. But the top's down, her hair is blowing in the wind, and she's going down the road, and it's red with some sort of white striping. She doesn't know what it is. But that's the first image that came to her mind, so she's not sure where that came from. She's never been in a convertible. But whatever it is, if a car is easy for you to imagine, and you can imagine getting behind the wheel of your dream car, or if you love boats, a boat, whatever it is, what would light the excitement, what would light the fire within you when you think about it? Imagine it now. Be detailed. Picture yourself wherever or in whatever it is, celebrating that you have achieved this manifestation, and tune into how your body feels when you think about it. For you are in a higher vibrational state of alignment when we get to this point of imagination. We're doing this intentionally because many people on your world think about stuff that they want, but they're feeling a lower vibration when they do it, which means they're never going to get it because they're feeling bad thinking about what they want, which literally means keep it away from me, to the universe. If you're feeling bad in your body when you're thinking about stuff that you want to come into your life, you're essentially telling the universe, keep it away from me. I don't want this because it makes me feel bad. So when you are intending to create anything in your lives, you must feel good when you think about it. So the first step is to get in alignment. Feel the alignment. Run the energy as we did in the beginning. You can simply intend to connect to Source and visualize yourselves as beings of light and feel the highest vibration. Ask for the highest vibration that you can carry. This medium does this all the time when she meditates. It is a very simple intention. And when you feel that vibration from there, let your imagination and your visualization have a go. Have at it, have a blast, enjoy the process. And each time you visualize whatever it is, try to get even more detailed. Because the more details you create in your visualization, the more real it becomes in your mind. And then your belief that you're going to get it gets bigger and bigger, and you get more excited and more excited. And what happens when your vibration and your feelings are in alignment and you're feeling so excited and you're aligned and feeling great when you're thinking about something, that is when it manifests. That is when everything lines up. But guess what, dear ones? When it actually comes in like the Christmas presents, you already know we're there and you're all excited. What happens after you open the presents? You have what would be like a feeling of a letdown. You're done. The surprise is over. And now you have to get excited about something else. Understand that that is how you will feel after something manifests in your life. If you are creating from this intended creative visualization, imagination process, you will have already felt it many, many times as though it is already done. So when it actually happens, you'll be like, oh, okay. I already knew that was going to happen, and I've already felt it, so okay, what's next? Make sense? So don't be surprised. You will not be surprised when something manifests truly. You should not be surprised when something manifests because you have already felt it as though it has already been done. The circumstances and events and the timing of how or when something manifests will always be a surprise to you, so enjoy those surprises. But the fact that it happens should never be a surprise because you have already enjoyed feeling the manifestation of it repeatedly by your creative imagination. So allow these tools to work for you as you use them. Between the feelings and the visualizations and your, whatever it is on your, this medium saying bucket list to create or have or do in your life, enjoy the process of creating. But focus first on something that you can believe highly that you can get. Because if you are new in this process, if you start with something that is so big of a dream, you will have a hard time believing that you can get it because it is too big. So start with a chunk. This medium just was thinking about a piece of cake. You eat one piece of cake at a time. You don't shove the whole piece of cake in your mouth. You eat one bite at a time, but one slice at a time. So take one small bite at a time, and your feelings will tell you whatever that small tidbit, that small bite of whatever is manifesting is for you. The synchronicities will occur. Things will line up. Pay attention. And when these synchronicities and events occur that prove to you that the universe is doing everything it possibly can to line things up for you, be grateful and appreciative and focus on those feelings, because that puts that vibration and transmits that energy out into the universe, which tells the universe, keep going, keep giving me more things to be grateful for and appreciative for. And the process keeps cycling back and forth over and over again, and it gets more exciting with each new step or bite of cake. Okay? Makes sense? Good. What we have done as we have been asked this night, this concludes the instruction portion. We shall now proceed to healing of your beautiful Gaia. So, dear ones, now allow yourselves to be bathed in this gold light once again, and bring in the silver ray of compassion, the pink for love, and allow these energies to blend in your heart space as you visualize your beautiful Gaia in the center of the room, as though you are these massive beings of light. Create that, see yourselves as those massive flames once again, those flames, those lights, and you are around your beautiful Gaia as though light being satellites, if that works as a visual. And allow yourselves to connect with all the other beings of light who are around your beautiful Earth Mother. And simply expand your heart space as though, not quite the lotus petal, because that might be too much energy for some of you, but just allow whatever flower you wish to be in your heart space, and have it, visualize it opening the petals as far as you are comfortable with, and then a little farther, and just hold it there. And allow yourselves to just be the beautiful beacons of light that you are, flowing this energy through your being, from your heart, to your Earth Mother Gaia. Allow the violet to come through and bathe your world, to transmute. We will start with the violet. Now that you are all lit up, see yourselves as violet flames, a violet fire, and allow that violet energy, that ray of transmutation, of lower vibrations, to bathe your world, cover her on every side, every pole, from top to bottom. This medium's kind of saying you could imagine her being bathed in a violet honey of sorts that just coats her and sinks down into all the cracks and crevices. It penetrates the waters. It goes down all the way to the core, transmuting all the denser energies into love. And as you are bathed in this light, it also transmutes the lower energies that may still reside within you, that are ready and in need of releasing and transmuting. So as your beautiful violet flame is bathing your Earth Mother, now allow the green to flow through you for healing, and do the same gentle bathing from your heart space with the green ray, seeing it bathe and wrap your beautiful Earth Mother in this emerald green ray for healing. The Archangel Raphael and his team are assisting. Feel this beautiful healing ray flowing and expanding in your being, your body, as you become this green flame, radiating down and around your planet, gathering with many who are assisting. And now, let us bathe yourselves in the silver ray of compassion and become a silver flame, and allow your world to be bathed in the silver, touching the higher selves of all, human, animal, bird, fish, all the plants, the rocks, for all has consciousness. Different levels, yes, but all are conscious. Bathe all of them in this beautiful ray of compassion, for they have been transmuted, they have received healing, and now you are giving and receiving this beautiful, compassionate ray. Now let us fill yourselves with the pink for love. See yourselves as violet, not whoop. We got out of order there. Pink. This medium was seeing something else. The pink ray. So now you are beautiful pink flames, beings of light, filled with pink, this unconditional love from your Creator, this divine love. Allow it to flow from your heart space, that expanded flower, petals, opening, expanding, filling your heart first, filling your being first. And then as you overflow, allow it to go to your beautiful Gaia, bathing all who are living and existing upon her, within her. And now let us finish with the gold ray of wisdom. Fill yourselves once more as this beautiful golden flame bathing over you, filling you. And as you radiate out this beautiful golden light, allow it to bathe over your beautiful Gaia, touching the higher selves of all, allowing them to receive and connect to higher levels of wisdom, higher levels of consciousness when they are ready. Allow all souls to embrace their own path of enlightenment and awakening and awareness. And from this space, this beautiful gold ray, once more fill yourselves. See yourselves expand beyond your physical, and imagine that you have angel wings, and allow them to unfold and expand gently. Embrace your angelic light being self, dear ones. For you are light, you are love, you are blessed, and you are whole. You are divine creators, and you chose to be here during these times to assist on the world, to assist with those who you come into contact with. And so acknowledge your light now. You are divine beings of light. You are creators. You are divine. And we are reinforcing this to remind you that you are not small or less than anyone else. For all are created equal. All are light and love. Some have just forgotten it. And some, like yourselves, are beginning to remember even more of who you are, and we ask you to embrace it. Take, we shall say, everything with ease and grace as it unfolds in your path. For if you intend your experiences to be with ease and grace, they will be. Your words, as others have said, have vibration. Pay attention how you speak about yourself, because you are creating with your words, and you are creating with the vibrations of the words. This goes back to how you feel when you speak about yourselves, when you speak about others. Truly, dear ones, pay attention Because as you become more aware of how you feel, it will be like that analogy of, I think I need to put a new log on the fire because it's kind of going out and I'm starting to feel bad or cold. And so as you become more aware, you will, we shall say, be able to tend to your fire more easily, more quickly, more efficiently. And eventually, it will barely go out. It will always be there. And you will be able to connect and be aligned with it always. It is always there, just like this medium is saying, the pilot light in your stove. If you have a gas oven, it is there. But until you ignite it, you forget about it. So this night we have ignited your flames, in a manner of speaking. And so we ask you to be the light, carry yourselves as though you are that lighthouse torch for others. Just be yourselves and be as at peace and as happy as you can, because that vibration will allow you to create more than a space of sadness or complaining or those sort of vibrations. Because what you focus on, you get more of. And as others have taught, awareness is key. So until you understand and pay attention to how you feel, you will not quite be aware of the connection of what you are creating and how you are feeling. So if you can imagine yourselves as flames and fires going out, perhaps that is an easier analogy. Okay? What we have done as we have been asked. Slowly make your way back into your bodies, back into the space. Remember that we are with you. You may call on us to assist with any of the, we shall say, teachings that we have presented and others have presented. Our blessings to all of you and to all, as this medium knows, who may be listening later. Be at peace, be well, be happy, and be you. Just be yourself. For there is only one of you on this world. No one can be you but you. So enjoy it. Make the best of you every day. Okay? Make it a game. Have fun. Enjoy. Relax. And all will be well. Trust and be at peace, dear ones. Our blessings to you. Until we speak again. Have a good night.